Have you ever wondered who truly held the reins of power throughout history? We often hear tales of kings and queens, their opulent lifestyles, and their supposed absolute authority. But how much of that is romanticized, and who actually wielded the most significant influence on the course of events? We're bombarded with stories of monarchs, some benevolent, some tyrannical, but rarely do we dissect the true scope of their power, the extent of their impact, and the lasting legacy they forged. This isn't just about crowns and palaces. It's about the ability to shape nations, command armies, and dictate the very fabric of society. This exploration delves into the lives of 10 exceptional monarchs who stand out not merely for their titles, but for their demonstrable power. We're not ranking them by popularity or morality, but by the sheer force of their influence. Some ruled over vast empires, commanding armies that redrew maps. Others wielded economic might, transforming their nations into global powerhouses. Still others exerted cultural influence, shaping the arts, sciences, and philosophies of their time. These were not just figureheads, they were architects of history. We'll journey through different eras and continents, encountering figures who faced unique challenges and employed diverse strategies to achieve their goals. From ancient emperors who built monumental empires to modernizing monarchs who ushered their nations into the industrial age, each ruler offers a unique perspective on the nature of power. We'll uncover the secrets behind their success, the decisions that defined their reigns, and the consequences that reverberate even today. This isn't just a history lesson, it's an examination of leadership, strategy, and the enduring human quest for influence. Prepare to question your assumptions about royalty. We're moving beyond the fairy tales and delving into the complex realities of power. Forget the embellished narratives and focus on the verifiable impact. Who truly changed the world, and how did they do it? What lessons can we learn from their triumphs and failures? This isn't just about the past. It's about understanding the forces that shape our present and future. So buckle up for a journey through the corridors of power, where we'll dissect the reigns of 10 monarchs who left an indelible mark on the world. We'll explore their strategies, their successes, and their lasting legacies, separating the myth from the reality. This is a quest to understand not just who they were, but what they did, and how their actions continue to shape our world today. This exploration will challenge your perceptions of leadership and provide a new appreciation for the true meaning of power. To truly understand the power wielded by historical monarchs, we must delve into the specific mechanisms through which that power was manifested and maintained. This isn't solely about battlefield victories or decrees etched in stone. It's about the intricate web of political maneuvering, economic control, and social influence that allowed these rulers to shape their worlds. Consider, for example, the concept of divine right, prevalent in many European monarchies. While seemingly a simple justification for rule, it provided a powerful ideological foundation, fostering obedience and discouraging dissent by positioning the monarch as God's representative on earth. This wasn't just blind faith, it was a carefully cultivated political tool. Building on this, however, is the understanding that divine right was only effective when coupled with practical governance. A monarch who claimed divine authority but failed to provide stability, economic prosperity, or protection from external threats risked eroding that very authority. The French monarchy under Louis XIV, often cited as the epitome of absolutism, exemplifies this. Louis XIV invested heavily in infrastructure, reformed the legal system, and patronized the arts, creating a sense of national pride and solidifying his image as a benevolent, divinely ordained ruler. Conversely, rulers who relied solely on divine right without addressing the needs of their people often faced rebellion and deposition. Another crucial layer is the control of economic resources. Monarchs who controlled vital trade routes, agricultural lands, or mineral wealth possessed a significant advantage. The Spanish monarchs who benefited from the influx of gold and silver from the Americas, for example, were able to finance vast armies, build impressive infrastructure, and exert considerable influence on European politics. However, even vast wealth could be squandered through mismanagement or excessive spending, as demonstrated by the later decline of the Spanish Empire. Furthermore, the ability to cultivate alliances and manage foreign relations was paramount. A monarch who could forge strategic partnerships, negotiate favorable treaties, and project military strength was far more likely to maintain their power and expand their influence. Queen Elizabeth I of England, for instance, skillfully navigated the complex political landscape of Europe, forging alliances with Protestant powers to counter the threat of Catholic Spain. Her skillful diplomacy and naval prowess allowed England to emerge as a major European power. Now, consider how this applies when you face the challenge of leading a team or managing a project. The principles are surprisingly similar. You need to establish a clear vision, akin to a monarch's long-term goals, build a strong team, analogous to a loyal court, and manage resources effectively, comparable to controlling the kingdom's finances. And just as a monarch must adapt to changing circumstances, so too must a leader be flexible and responsive to new challenges. The lessons of history, even those learned from the reigns of powerful monarchs, can provide valuable insights into the art of leadership and the exercise of power. Reflecting on this journey so far, a compelling narrative emerges, one not simply of individual rulers, but of the very nature of power itself. We've traversed epochs and continents, encountering monarchs who, despite their varied contexts and methods, shared a fundamental understanding that true power transcends mere titles and resides in the ability to shape reality. It's a symphony of influence, where military might, economic control, and cultural sway harmonize to create a lasting legacy. Consider the implications of this symphony. It suggests that power isn't a fixed entity, but rather a dynamic force, constantly shifting and adapting to the currents of history. Monarchs who clung rigidly to outdated notions of authority often found themselves swept away by the tide of change. Those who embraced innovation, who understood the importance of adapting to evolving social and economic landscapes, were the ones who left an enduring mark. Think of it as a tapestry woven with threads of ambition, strategy, and circumstance. Each thread represents a different aspect of a monarch's reign: their military campaigns, their economic policies, their cultural patronage. But it's the way these threads are interwoven that determines the overall strength and beauty of the tapestry. A single thread, no matter how strong, cannot hold the entire fabric together. It requires a skillful weaver to create a cohesive and lasting work of art. Drawing these strands together, we see a recurring theme: the interplay between power and responsibility. Monarchs who wielded their authority solely for personal gain, who neglected the welfare of their people, ultimately undermined their own positions. True power, it seems, lies not in domination, but in service, in using one's influence to create a better world for those they govern. This is a critical distinction, one that separates the fleeting tyrants from the enduring leaders. As we pivot towards the final reflection, it's worth considering the enduring relevance of these historical lessons. While the age of absolute monarchy may be largely behind us, the fundamental principles of power remain remarkably consistent. Whether we're leading a team, managing a project, or simply navigating the complexities of modern life, the ability to understand and wield influence effectively is essential. The stories of these powerful monarchs, therefore, offer valuable insights into the art of leadership and the enduring human quest for control. Stepping back from the individual reigns and the intricate details, a singular, overarching truth emerges from our exploration of history's most powerful monarchs. True power is not a possession, but a process. It is not a static attribute bestowed by birthright or conquest, but a dynamic force constantly shaped by choices, circumstances, and the ever-shifting tides of human events. These rulers, separated by centuries and cultures, reveal that the essence of lasting influence lies not merely in commanding armies or accumulating wealth, but in understanding the delicate dance between authority and responsibility. The echoes of their decisions resonate through time, reminding us that power, divorced from purpose, becomes a destructive force. The most enduring legacies were forged not by those who sought only to aggrandize themselves, but by those who recognized that their own destinies were inextricably linked to the well-being of their people. They understood that true strength lies not in domination, but in service, not in hoarding resources, but in fostering prosperity, not in suppressing dissent, but in cultivating unity. These monarchs, in their triumphs and failures, offer a potent lesson for our own time. We may not wear crowns or command vast empires, but each of us possesses a sphere of influence, a capacity to shape the world around us. Whether we lead a team, raise a family, or simply engage with our community, we are all, in our own way, wielders of power. The question, then, is not whether we have power, but how we choose to use it. The examples of history's most influential rulers challenge us to consider the ethical dimensions of our own actions. Are we using our influence to create a more just and equitable world? Are we prioritizing the needs of others over our own self-interest? Are we fostering a culture of collaboration and innovation? These are not merely abstract questions. They are the fundamental building blocks of a meaningful and impactful life. The true practice begins now. As you move forward, consider the lessons gleaned from these powerful figures. Recognize that influence extends beyond formal roles and grand gestures. It resides in the everyday choices we make and the countless interactions we have. Embrace the responsibility that comes with wielding power, and strive to use your influence to create a positive and lasting impact. The world, after all, is shaped not only by the actions of monarchs, but by the collective choices of us all.